What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is. It's your boy, the Icy Retros, back at it again with another one for y'all, man. Where to begin? Where to begin? All right, so my Carolina Panthers were 0-2. All right, I don't know how Matt Rule still has a job. It literally pisses me off. It pisses me off so much, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. He's lost to like almost every single coach has gotten fired. He even lost to a new coach last week in Brian Dable. Now I'm not hating on the Giants. The Giants, they're on the come up, all right? They are in the come up. But still, bro, he's a first time coach. And dog, we tell me why it was shown on the thing. We're at 1-24 when we allow 17 or more points in the game. 1-24, dog? Are you serious? And not to mention, this man Matt Rule wanted to say the crowd noise was bro, there's crowd noise in every stadium. What do you mean? There's literally crowd noise in every single NFL stadium. All right, like I don't get it. Even Washington, they can't even sell out their stadium. Oh man, bro. But like for real, man, I don't know. It's like if I have expectations for this team, it lets me down. If I try not to have expectations, I'm still disappointed. I don't get it. Like, bro, it was tough for me to swallow the week 1 loss to the Browns, but the Giants, man, the Giants again. He lost to the Giants 2 consecutive years now, but at least it's not like last year. I think last year's score was like 25-3 or something like that. It was a blow. It was terrible. It was literally terrible. Like the first quarter score was like 3-5 or something. I don't know. It was some weird score you'll never see in the NFL again. But like for real, like we have the talent. I just don't understand it, you know? And then Matt Rule, like, he should have just stayed in college at this point because he's talking about his 7-year plan. It took Jay-Z 7 years. Bro, we don't have 7 years for you, dog. I know you got that big old contract, but you're not even going to survive 3 years. Hopefully, bro, if we drop another one to the Saints, man, he got to get the axe, bro. David Tepper, you got to prove that you really about winning because right now you showing a lot of loyalty to a guy who hasn't done anything, bro. Like, his first year, 2020, 5-11. All right, 2021, 5-12. Like, bro, you're going backwards essentially. Like, what's up with that? You know? And then now we're 0-2. We don't even know like if we're gonna win 5 games. We have a very tough schedule. All right, we got the Saints coming up. Then we have the Cardinals after that. I'm not sure who we have after that, but this is a very tough schedule. And this was supposed to be the easy part. We were supposed to rack up wins in the first part because we're still gonna have to play the whole rest of the NFC West. I know we play the NFC West. I think we play the rest of the AFC North, I think. So we still have the Ravens, the Steelers, and I think the Bengals on our schedule. Not to mention we have the Rams, the Niners, the Cardinals. Like, bro, this is... it's just not looking optimistic. I have faith in my team. Don't get me wrong. Like, I believe we have the talent, you know? They just got to put it together. Our defense has been stout. Like, I have no complaints about the defense. They do need to get a takeaway, though. I think we're the only team in the NFL that hasn't gotten a takeaway in 2 weeks. So that needs to change. We need an interception or a fumble or something. We need to force turnovers because that's what our defense should be known for. You know, we have our playmakers. We have our players. They're mostly healthy. I don't understand it. And on offense, we got C-Mac back. So I don't understand why we're not putting it together. And I know Baker Mayfield has had a lot of passes that have been batted down in games and stuff, but he's also been sacked a lot. I thought one of the points of emphasis this offseason was trying to be improving the offensive line. But for some reason, he's been like sacked and under duress like every time he drops back to pass. I think there's a stat that shows Baker Mayfield has the least amount of time to throw. It's like 1 second or something like that. Like from the point that he snatched the ball. No wonder we aren't getting any offense done, bro. He's having pressure in his face every single time. Baker Mayfield's only 6 feet, maybe 6'1" tall, and like his passes are getting batted down at an alarming rate. Not to mention he's getting pressured at an alarming rate. Like, I don't understand it. Like, we draft Icky. I get that it takes some time. He's gonna adjust. I mean, he's had Myles Garrett in his face week 1. That was a tough assignment. The Giants, I don't really think they have any like major pass rushers. I know they have a couple of, you know, decent players in there, but like I didn't understand that, you know. It's just like one of those things was like, okay, but offensive line was a point of emphasis, and I felt like coming into the season we would be better on the offensive line, but for some reason we're worse. I don't get it. Maybe it's a learning curve. I don't know. They gotta figure it out. Also, why isn't Bozeman playing? Like, is there an issue? Like, is he still injured? Because Pat Elfline or whatever his name is, he's okay, but like I think Bozeman's the better center in my opinion. Not to mention Corbett. I haven't seen anything that would make me believe like he's done really well, but like also at the same time he hasn't done really bad, so I guess it's just whatever. But yeah, the O line needs to fix it because I'm like, in order for this season to get turned around, I mean we're already 0-2. In order for the season to get turned around, the O line has to be a point of emphasis. You have to give Baker Mayfield time to throw and find his receivers. Also, speaking of receivers, like what is going on, man? Because like, what happened to TMJ? What happened to freaking Laviska Shenault? We just got in a trade. Like, is he still hurt? Like, what's up with that? Why aren't the receivers getting playing time? Rashard Higgins, we just picked him up. Isn't he one of Baker's favorite targets from Cleveland? Why is he not playing? There's multiple questions that I have with this coaching staff that concern me, okay? And that's why I say Matt Rule's at the head, so he needs to be running the show appropriately. If these players are not playing, he needs to explain why. I think he said in his last post-game interview that he was only going to run 3 receivers. Shi Smith dropped like 2 major passes that would have put us in the game or put us back in the game to the point where we could have won. I'm like, this is execution. We have one of the worst red zone offenses, okay, in the NFL. So I don't understand why all your personnel isn't out there, to help you with that. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why isn't Terrace Marshall playing? Like, he's a young buck. He needs to develop, We're not going to keep Robbie Anderson most likely after this year or after next year, whenever his contract is up, because he's going to be 30. So I'm like, you need to train your young guys that you brought in so they can step up into that role, all right? I don't know why we're force feeding it to Robbie and D. Well, I get DJ because DJ's the number 1 receiver. But even then, there weren't that many targets for him. I mean, he only had 4 catches in the Giants game. But I don't get it. I don't understand it. I really don't understand why our personnel isn't out there on the field executing. And I also don't understand ultimately why Matt Rule still has a job. It pisses me off so much. Why does this man deserve to be an NFL head coach? Why? Somebody tell me. Please tell me why. Give me one good reason Matt Rule should be an NFL head coach. You can't give me one. You really can't. There's no reason. We have become the bottom feeders of the NFL. Literally, people probably look at us and they're like, "Oh, that's an easy dub. Oh, that's an easy dub." Like, bro, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I thought when Tepper was gonna come in, obviously, Tepper's BS'd a lot of stuff, like including the South Carolina like headquarters project or whatever. But he's BS'd a lot of things. I thought one thing that I could take his word for was the winning part. I don't understand why you're stuck on a guy just because you brought him in. You're stuck on a guy that has shown no results. We've actually gotten worse since we fired Ron Rivera. I want you to think about that. We've gotten worse, significantly worse, bro. Like, I don't get it. Why is Matt Rule allowed so much of a leash? He should be on a short leash at this point. He should be on the hot seat. I don't get it. I really don't get it. There's no improvement. From year to year, there's no improvement. It's the same stuff every year, bro. You know what Matt Rule's going to do. You know what he's going to talk about. Post-game interview. He's always throwing players under the bus. He's not a leader. He's not the guy that's going to lead this team. He's not going to turn around this team, all right? This is not college. This is the NFL. You can't use those same tactics on NFL football players. It's not going to work. I mean, it is what it is, man. We know who Matt Rule is. We know what he's made of. Honestly, he might as well just take the Nebraska job or like whatever college job opens up in the next couple weeks. Somebody gonna get fired. I think it was Arizona State. They fired Herm Edwards or whatever. He might as well just go back to college at this point, man. But hey, man, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. If you like the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe and share with your friends. I appreciate all the support that you give me in this channel, man. And we out, man. I can't talk about this no more. It's raising my blood pressure.